morning, everybody. My name's Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Well, I'm going to start off today with a strange thing that happened. I had a dream last night. Now, in my dream, I didn't have Parkinson's. I was just myself as I was before, and I was going for a hike with my friends. Now, I'm not a hiker. I've never been a walker. I've never gone, jogging and stuff, but I do like to go outdoors and see nature. So anyway, there's two things that I wanted to say here. I'll probably forget the second one by the time I get the first one done. Anyway, in my dream, it reminded me of how good it was to do those things. So then I started thinking about those things, and I remembered a couple of stories that had happened to me along the way. One of them, I was a teenager. I went to church on Wednesday nights, and we all decided that on the weekend we wanted to go out to, there's a place called Cultus Lake, and we wanted to go to Cultus Lake, and we wanted to go hiking up this creek. There's a creek out there. So that's fine. I wasn't an experienced hiker, so I didn't make any special precautions other than taking, a few granola bars and stuff. And so we go out there, and it turns out that when your feet get wet, the rocks get very slippery. And so I was out there, and I was trying to get across this little creek, and I was grasping these branches to go across. And as if it was divine intervention, I had a hold of one of these branches, and it just ever so gently dipped me down into the water like a baptism and held me there. And so I had no choice but to let go and fall in the water and come splashing up and then hike the rest of the time in my wet clothes. But everybody for a long time said that was my heavenly baptism, because it just did it ever so gently. I just went down slowly. I could have stopped at any given time, and I didn't. I just allowed myself to go down into it. It was pretty funny. Oh my goodness. Anyway, what was the other one now? There's another tale about hiking or something. Oh, yes. We had gone out to, we lived in a small community, and we had gone out. We were new to the community, so we decided to explore the area and go for a drive. And my girlfriend was up from the coast. Hi, Kathy. And she'd come up with her son, and we decided to go out to have a picnic. So we took along our picnic foods, and away we went. And Bill found we took off on a logging road, and Bill found a nice little spot by a creek. And he said, I brought my fishing rod. Do you mind if I just go up a little bit, and I'll just do some fishing, and you guys can stay here and get the picnic set up? Sounded like a great plan to me. So my naivety, I can't even believe that I've lived through everything. But anyway, so we are setting up our picnic, and we notice that we're on rocks, but across the creek, or pretty good creek, is almost close to a small river or tributary stream. I don't know what to call them. Anyway, there was a nice grassy area. And so we thought we would go over there. So I said to the kids, I said, Claudine, why don't you and Ben go across the water here and get us a nice spot over there. Make sure it's got, a nice place to set a blanket down and whatnot. So they go across the creek. And as they're crossing the creek, Ben realizes he's got new shoes. So he gets to the edge of the water, and he's got new shoes. So he shouts at Claudine, I'm going to throw my shoes across. If it lands in the water, you catch it. Well, Claudine was doing all she could to hang on, because, like I said, it was slippery in water when you're wet. So anyway, she gets out there, and she sees something coming towards her. She's reaching for his shoe in one hand and screaming alligator in the other. She's going, alligator, alligator. And I said, Claudine, what are you talking about, an alligator? She's holding on, she's flailing her arms around. And then the alligator hit her. The tree branch with all the little bushy things on it hit her, and she realized it was a tree branch, and then she felt kind of silly. But anyway, she didn't catch Ben's shoe. So Ben then had no shoe on one foot, and we were openly putting food out, And another hiker came by and informed us that, did we know that we were in prime bear country, and it was a really silly idea to be putting our food out like that, because we wouldn't be having our picnic, the bears would be. Oh, I tell you, we learned quick that we were in the woods. But here we were, we had not a care in the world, not a care in the world. And I just don't even know how we lived through things like that. But anyway, Claudine has gone today with her friend Jody. They've gone down. Jody has some kind of shots or something she has to have done. So she's doing that. And then Cal's, of course, working because it's Friday. So he's working, and Bill's having a rest. And here I am, playing on YouTube. Story of my life, playing on YouTube. I said I was going to do the taste test of the apples tonight, but I'm not, because we haven't got the apples yet. I've just got the 2 apples, and I need to go and get 3 more. So Claudine's going to go get them tonight, so I will do that tomorrow's video. And then we'll be up to Make It Monday. And I've got a good Make It Monday, I think. I think I can do it. We're going to try it. Anyway, what else are we doing today? I don't think we're doing much. I think that Claudine has a baby shower or something to go to tomorrow. So, I don't know. I should think of something to put in the slow pot. I'm not sure what I put in the slow pot, but I should put something in the slow pot maybe for dinner. Or we might make something tonight that has leftovers. Oh no, we're doing spring rolls tonight. We had roast beef last night. Oh, I'm all over the place here today. We had roast beef last night. It was so good. She had lovely carrots and potatoes and gravy and roast, and oh my gosh, it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. I had 2 plates, if you can believe it, 2 plates. Anyway, that is my tale of today, and I think that I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to tell that little funny story and leave it at that. I must have another story. I know, I have another story. Okay, Gary and I were out hiking this one day, and this was not that long ago. This was in 2010. Hi, Bill. This was in 2010, and I was staying out looking after Mom, and so I was out in Abbotsford for a year, and during that year, Gary said, let's do some hiking. So we regularly walked around Mill Lake, and then a couple of times we went down to the dike and walked along the river. And we never would go far because I didn't have much stamina, so we didn't go very far. Well, this one day he says to me, well, let's just go a little bit further. I said, okay. So I went a little bit further. I was aware that I had to come back the same route because we parked at one end and we had to come back to it. Then we get to that marker and he says, oh, let's just go up to that next tree. Okay, so we walked to the next tree. Well, we did this many times and he kept finding somewhere else. And I said to him, you know, we have to walk back, right? And he goes, oh yes. He says, but you're going to do it. He said, if I tried to make you walk just one way, you'd quit. So he says, we're going to do it where you have to walk back. Okay. Anyway, so I said to him, this looks kind of like bear country. I said, it's down by the river. I said, there's open area here. I said, there wouldn't be bears around here, would there? He says, Darlene, bears. He said, we're in the city, for heaven's sakes. Like, no, there's no bears. All right, I'm glad there's no bears. So we were going to walk up. He sees this big wooden structure. He says, let's just walk to there and we'll turn around. I said, well, we are turning around there because I don't know how far we got to walk back, but it's a long way. So we get up to this wooden structure. And what is the wooden structure? It's a huge signboard that says, beware of bears. Beware of bears. I said to him, I said, and where pray tell, Gary, are we going to go when a bear shows up? And he says, into the river. And I said, into the river? He can swim better than me. No, I'm not going into the river. I said, I don't have to outrun very fast. He said, I just have to outrun you. Anyway, so that we did do a very long walk that day. And the next day we went up to the monastery. And from up at the monastery, we could look down and see the route we were on. And we were very close to having completed that whole thing. So I felt good about that. But anyway, I didn't feel like walking down at the dike very often after that because it was bear country. Anyway, 2 things. I should just let you know 2 things I'm afraid of. Sharks and bears. When am I going to, I'm in the middle of the city here. When am I going to encounter a bear? Probably never. I'm inland. I'm not on the coast. When am I going to encounter a shark? Never. So I don't know why I'm afraid of them, but I am. So please do not send me videos of sharks or bears. All right. I just wanted to let everybody know that if you want a Christmas card from me, I do include my address on the description area of every video. And please email me your address and I would be happy to send a Christmas card your way. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.